Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Lou's Food Reviews. I'm your host, Lou, and today, this is the one subscriber special. So, today we're at Culver's. We're just trying a meal, mushroom and Swiss, burger, some pretzel bites. I got a water cup this time. They actually remembered to give it to me. And I'd say the customer service, just right off the bat, was rather pleasant. It was on par with Chick-fil-A, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, so here we go. This must be the pretzel bites. Feast your eyes on the pretzel bites. Look pretty good, eh? If I do say so myself. And we've even got some napkins in the bag, okay? It's the little things, I tell you. And here we got the mushroom and Swiss burger. Wow, look at that. That looks pretty delicious. Let's get a quick thumbnail. All right, here we go. This is running on empty, going in. Cheers to, actually let me, cheers to Report of the Week, who heavily inspired the creation of this channel. All right, going in. All right, so first impressions are very strong. I don't think I have any complaints. And I don't say that, without meaning it. The bun is soft and spongy. The patties are flavorful. They're moist. They're just delicious, well seasoned. The mushrooms complement the Swiss cheese so well. The cheese is melty. I just have no complaints, really. This burger for me is a 10 out of 10. I think it was around $7, $8. All right, well, next let's try out the pretzel bites. I guess we should try it out with their signature cheese sauce just to get the full experience. I'm not much of a cheese sauce guy myself, but let's give it a taste. I remember first having these many years ago. I was visiting my old friend in Texas, and we went to Culver's, and we got these, and it was love at first bite. But here we are, a couple of years later, going in. So, I'd say the main notes are, of course, the salt. They're well seasoned, and the cheese and the pretzel. I mean, it's a pretty basic flavor profile. I don't really need to explain it. but I would say they're well seasoned. There's not too much salt. They're cooked to perfection, really, not burned, not undercooked. The cheese sauce is better than I thought it would be, to be honest. You know, like I said, I'm not much of a cheese guy, but it wasn't overpowering. It wasn't too thick or too thin. It's not what I was really expecting, you know? In most fast food restaurants, these dipping sauces you get are extremely syrupy, and you can just instantly tell that they were manufactured, and there's like high fructose corn syrup and all these ingredients. But this just looks like a cheese dip, you know? It doesn't seem like all that. So that's a plus. The cheese sauce was a pleasant surprise. These pretzel bites rang in at $4.19, which I'd say it's pretty expensive for a side, to be honest. Most times I come here, I would not order a side, but what can I say? It's the one subscriber special. How could I not? So this came with 10 pretzel bites for $4. So it's like about 50 cents per pretzel bite. I really like them, but I would say most of the time it's not worth the price, I guess. That's just my opinion, but they're really delicious. I would give them overall an 8 out of 10 just because they're expensive. In terms of flavor, I'd give them a 10, honestly, and in terms of the price does take it down a little bit because $4 for 10 pretzel bites is a bit steep. And now, surprise o'clock. Check it out. I got some breadsticks before I left Olive Garden. I just got off my shift, but these are not just any breadsticks, let me tell you. Actually, maybe I'll keep it a surprise until I finish my meal. Gotta somehow keep the viewers engaged until the end of the video, you know what I mean? Alright, anyway, it's story time. So, last Monday, I was on my way to college. I hadn't eaten anything yet, so I thought I'd stop by Wendy's for a quick bite to eat. And I pulled in through the drive-thru on my way to college and ordered a biggie bag for like $5. They told me to wait in the parking lot. They'd bring my food out to me, so that's what I did. But as I was in the window paying, I looked over and I noticed something very strange. The cashier was yelling at someone in the restaurant, and she was saying something like, "If you're not gonna buy anything, please leave." And I was like, what's going on over there, you know? But I didn't think too much of it. So I went and I parked, and I left the window rolled down, just breathing in the fresh air, the fresh interstate air. And I had to look over, and I noticed a strange figure standing near the car. He's walking, and he looks like some homeless dude. He's just to give you an image, picture this guy in your head. So he's wearing a hoodie, and he's around 65 years old, but he was also jacked, probably on steroids or drugs or something. He had a beard maybe this long, and he was African American and bald, aside from his beard, of course. And he looked over at me, I looked over at him, and I just nodded, to acknowledge his presence. And he was like, "Man, I just had a terrible experience." I was like, man, I'm sorry to hear that. And he said to me, you know, I don't even know why I said it like that. Don't even worry about it. I was like, oh, all right. And he starts putting on some hip-hop backing track on some Bluetooth speakers he has on him. And he looks at me and he says, yo, can I blast the mic? I didn't even know what that meant, okay? But if you think I'm gonna say no to some drugged up homeless guy who's jacked, probably on steroids, well, you would be sorely mistaken. So I was like, yeah, sure, man. And so he walks over, really makes himself comfortable. You know, he leans in through the window, like as close as I am to the window right now. He was a little closer than that. Like I could smell his breath. That's how close he was. And he starts rapping, man. He starts rapping for like a little while, and he's rapping about Adam and Eve, and you know, what if they didn't eat the poison apple, and all these philosophical things. And you know, I won't lie, man, he was pretty good, okay? He was pretty good. I was just sitting there bobbing my head, you know, wondering if this guy was gonna kill me or something. I don't know. It's terrifying. But after he was done, he pulls out this clipboard, and on it is a couple pictures of QR codes for his Zelle and Cash App, because, you know, of course. And he's like, this is how I make my living, man. Any donation would be appreciated. And I said to him, yeah, how's $3 sound? You know, you might think, you cheapskate, what? You should be giving him more than that. But man, I only spent $5 on my dinner, alright? I'm just some broke college kid, alright? I barely have any money to spare on my dinner. But he was like, man, can I get 5? And, well, if you think I'm gonna say no to some jacked, drugged up, homeless guy, well, you would be sorely mistaken. So, I gave him $5 that day, almost as much as I paid for my dinner, and that was quite an experience. He left me alone after that. Man, I must say, I've been all around to burger places, fast food places, all across the tri-state area. And I must say, Culver's has never disappointed me, alright? It's not the first time I've been here. And I've been here at day, at night. Something I've noticed with most fast food restaurants is there's a steep quality drop-off towards the night. Instead of making the food to order, they give you the stale food they left out under the heater for the last couple hours. Culver's, it's just different, man. I would appreciate a sponsorship, Culver's, alright? I'm never disappointed going here, though. Let's see, how long has this been recording for? Oh wow, it's longer than I thought. Okay, alright, well, it's time for the surprise. These are not just any breadsticks, ladies and gentlemen. These are deep fried breadsticks that I put in a paper bag with some sugar. And they're basically like donut bites, man. This is my invention. And these are kind of old, maybe like 20 minutes old at this point, but here we go. aside from the fact that they're pretty stale, they're not too bad. I mean, surprise, surprise, you know, who would have thought something like that would be tasty? But it is. Anyway, this review has carried on for long enough. Excuse me. Alright, so just to recap, the burger is a 10 out of 10. I got the mushroom and Swiss double. I think it clocked in at around $7, $8, around there. I have no complaints. It's delicious. 10 out of 10. It's reasonable, especially in this economy, with inflation and everything. The pretzel bites, an 8 out of 10. In terms of flavor, I'd give them a 10, but $4 is a bit steep for what you get. In terms of customer service, 10 out of 10. They remembered... Excuse me. They remembered my water cup, unlike Wendy's. And customer service was sublime. As the guy brought out my order to me, he's like, "Here's your order," you know, he was smiling, service with a smile. And he's like, "Can I get you anything else? You know, is there anything else I can do for you?" He was just so polite. It's like on par with Chick-fil-A, you know, maybe even a little above Chick-fil-A, dare I say. But overall, this has been an excellent experience, and that's all I have for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Have a blessed day.